Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. Welcome into the new episode of my video series Peter's Fairy Tales, where I read you my fairy tales that I created, and this episode is connected to my 80th Victory Day a special episode anniversary, where I was talking about Nazi Germany, what was Nazi Germany, and what was the living in totalitarian state, full of terror and full of bad things. And this story that I want to read you is inspired by the real life in Nazi Germany during World War II, and I hope you will open the eyes, because I want to share you how it was real, and it was totally terrible, and the life in Nazi Germany was terrible, and I want to read you how it was real. And this episode is fiction, is inspired by the real life in Nazi Germany. We can start. The Law in the Hell. My new fairy tale is only a fiction of my fantasy. This fairy tale is about the real life in Nazi Germany. The life in Nazi Germany was very difficult for the Jewish people. Jewish people in Nazi Germany weren't and couldn't live a normal life. They cannot do anything in their own state. The Nazi propaganda was against Jewish people. The Nazi propaganda wanted to create a hate in the citizens of the Nazi Germany. Jewish weren't people in the eyes of Nazi regime. Jewish nation was the worst dangerous race. They wanted to destroy the best Aryan race, that was only Germans. Nazi regime brainwashed Germans every day. The Nazi regime created the racial laws against Jewish people. Thanks to them, Jews were worse than an animal. It was a normal, and now people, I'm going to read you my story. It was a normal Jewish family who lived in the village in Nazi Germany. The Jewish couple had one very pretty and beautiful daughter who was called Rivka. Rivka was 18 years old. She has long black hair, beautiful sweet face. She was very pretty. She was a sweet and naive young girl with big romantic dreams. She had a good heart, liked learning languages. She spoke English, German and Hebrew language. She liked reading books. She liked pets. She liked cooking, singing, dancing and boys. She secretly loved a handsome young boy from her village who was her neighbor. He was called Otto. He was a normal young man. He was 18 years old. His parents weren't the members of Nazi organizations. His family was a traditional perfect Nazi family. Rivka met Otto in the school. She was his classmate in their class. They loved each other from the first moment of their meeting in their classroom. It was allowed at the first time. The love between Jews and Germans was forbidden because the race law was that relationship between Jews and Germans was a crime. Germans could be in relationship only with the people with the Aryan race, who were only Germans. The Nazi regime created the race law. Thanks to it, Jews mustn't destroy the clear Aryan race of best Germans in Germany. Rivka's parents owned a simple poor grocery store in their village. They were a very pure family. Otto's family was very successful and rich traditional family. Otto's parents were very successful in their life. One day it was a big dance party with the music band. Everyone danced in the party. Rivka with Otto were dancing together. They were very happy together, but in the same time, the Nazi regime discovered that Rivka and her family are Jews. And Rivka had to come home very quickly with the members of Gestapo who kidnapped her with her family. Rivka with her family had to go to the Auschwitz-Birkenau. That was the biggest concentration camp in Poland that was under the control of Nazi Germany. Gestapo in the village created a big show in that the whole village had to see the public humiliation of Rivka and Otto. Gestapo cut Rivka's hair. She had to hold the paper with the big word "I'm a traitor." She had to apologize for her forbidden love with Otto. She was very scared. She cried. She was very shy, and she was very totally destroyed. Otto had to hold the paper with the sentences "I'm a traitor." He had to apologize for the forbidden love with Rivka. He was very shy, nervous. He cried, and he was totally nervous. The villagers was very rude. They swore at Rivka and Otto. The members of Gestapo were very rude too. They were joking about their love, about Rivka and Otto. The show of the Gestapo was perfect and successful. Rivka and Otto were publicly condemned, mocked and humiliated. After the show, Rivka and Otto with their families had to go to the Auschwitz-Birkenau. Their property was confiscated, and from that time on it belonged to the Nazi regime. After the arrival to the Auschwitz-Birkenau, Rivka had to work in the kitchen. Otto had to build the infrastructure in the Auschwitz-Birkenau. This experience with the situation in that was the crime against the humanity. Rivka and Otto had to see the horrors of the concentration camp Auschwitz-Birkenau every day. This experience got Rivka and Otto very strong people. They wanted to survive, and they were successful. After the war, Rivka and Otto were heroes. Thanks to them, the Nazi criminals were brought to the justice. They successfully survived, got married, they loved each other the whole life, they have a lot of children and were happy. The end. People, this reading was terrible, really, I'm shocked. But it was true. It was true. The life in the Nazi Germany for Jews was totally terrible. Nazi regime hated Jews. The law was against Jews. Everything in the Nazi Germany was against Jews. It was terrible. The Nazi Germany controlled every aspect of the life in Nazi Germany. Everyone has to be a member of the Nazi regime, organizations. It was total disaster. It was bad, very bad. I hope that you will open the eyes. What was real Nazi Germany? What is Nazism? And it's the worst thing in the human history. I hope you learned a lesson, and I want to tell you bye bye.